All right, hey Aquarius, I'm here with your mid-September through mid-October tarot reading. I have dealt your cards. So I do offer private readings. If anyone wants to inquire, you can email me, tara@tarastarot.com, or information's below if you're ready to book. Readings take about a week to be received, and they go much more in depth than this. This is just general, so if you're interested, let me know. Okay, so for you Aquarius, it's looking like there is definitely things shifting and moving forward. So it looks like there was, and I'm just going to kind of talk about what I pick up on, and then we're going to go through the cards. Now, we just had this big Pisces full moon on the 13th, 14th, something like that, and it was a huge, like, faded release of decades and decades of, you know, themes, hardships, struggles that we've all been going through. So, things are definitely moved forward. We've kind of passed that marker where we can let go of a lot of the challenges we've been dealing with and move forward finally. So for you guys, I just want to point out that the Justice card is your main energy. This is huge. So there's some kind of a resolution that happens, some kind of a decision that happens, some kind of an absolute understanding about something that happened, some kind of truth, some kind of balancing out, some kind of karmic debt was paid, or there's some kind of understanding, getting the answer, seeing how it all kind of broke down. And so this should be a big indication of understanding what maybe wasn't understood, or getting an answer and having clarity over something and getting to now move forward with this new phase. We've also got the Eight of Wands crossing the Justice card. So again, there is this energy that's moving forward. The Eight of Wands is nothing in its way. There's nothing in its path. The energy has been released and it's about to land. It hasn't landed yet, but something is on its way. Something exciting, something rapid communications, rapid developments, exciting news. So this is definitely making me feel like something has been resolved, or something has been known, and you're free now to, the energy's kind of moving. Things are free to move forward. Yeah, and also in the environment, we got the Judgment card. So, you know, seeing what has this all been for? Where has this path been leading me? What is the truth finally? What is this new reality that I am able to wake up to and move forward in? You know, Judgment in the environment is all about being greeted with a whole new reality, a whole new fresh start, a clean slate, understanding why everything has happened the way it has, understanding what it has all culminated with. So if you haven't had this kind of breakthrough epiphany where your world is kind of changing, it's coming. These are the themes that are working through your situation over the next few weeks. So that's hugely positive. Now, it looks like for a long time there's been some kind of limitation, or things have not gone your way, or something's been out of your hands, something's been out of your control, something's been stuck. And it's probably been really frustrating or mentally draining, or, you know, so this is, we're talking about like the, either like the long-term past or the subconscious. So what, based on your experiences that have happened in the long-term past, might you be holding on to in your subconscious? So we've got the Five of Swords for that. So while we have this awesome energy here breaking free, which I think is related to this Pisces full moon, so if that resonates with you, look that up, because it's amazingly, it's more than just a normal full moon. It's really significant, more than I probably, you know, even understand. But so we've got the Five of Swords. So this is, you know, not being able to move forward, not being able to get your way, being told that there are limits, that you can't have everything you want, that this situation is not, you know, matching your expectations. And so there's been some kind of like either frustration or loss or battle or sacrifice. And this has probably been going on for a while. But again, that's all changing. Things are moving forward. You know, we do have this Justice energy. This is what this whole few weeks is revolving around, okay? Like a huge breakthrough. Now, I don't know if for some of you this is about leaving a relationship in a good way, like, or maybe it's not even feeling like a good thing to you, but leaving a relationship and getting to come to the place where you can finally move on, you can finally move forward. There's some kind of resolution there. Maybe it didn't go the way you wanted it to, or maybe it did. but this is like a freedom from any kind of romantic longing or relationship that didn't work out, or a relationship that you wanted to leave, or maybe, you know, you were left, but it's meant to be, it's meant to happen that way. Please trust that. You know, this is a fated energy, the justice and the judgment energies. This is like, you know, here's the resolution of karma, here's the fated new beginning that you're meant to experience. So everything is going the way it should. Now, for some of you, this might be, because we've got the Knight of the Cups in the recent past, Knight of Cups. So you may have had good news in romance. You may have just connected with someone, or, you know, been emerging yourself more deeply into a romantic connection, or just in general, even if it's not romance, it could be just getting acquainted with your desires again, your beliefs again, that romanticism that tells us, you know, everything's meant to be, there's something calling me, I believe in something higher than myself, all that kind of stuff. So if that's the case for you, things probably have turned around, and it has to do with this either relationship, falling in love energy, or this kind of uplifting romanticism in general with whatever you're dealing with. Now, practically speaking, sorry, my cat's coughing up a hairball. It's like distracting me. Okay, sorry, I hope you can't hear that, but that's my cat coughing up a hairball, if you weren't wondering. So, practically speaking, there is a lot going on that's going to show up in your actual 3D life, in your 3D reality. So, again, I feel like this justice is a good thing. I know some of you might see it that way, but I feel like the majority of you does see it as a good thing. So the universe is bringing something to you. You're getting some kind of a payback, or a donation, or any kind of like physical resource, whether it's a relationship, whether it's money, whether it's a mortgage, whether it's a job, whether it's more time on your hands, whatever that is for you. It's almost like the scales are balancing and you're being given something back. We have you represented by the Six of Pentacles. So this is my sign. This is a card for, you know, receiving, things balancing out, you know, those that have, give, those that are meant to, it's time to receive. So I always see this as something positive and beneficial coming to you from the universe, through someone, through a circumstance, but it's receiving something tangible that you can actually see in your real life and use in your real life. Also, we've got the King of Pentacles above the reading. So this seems like things are going well for you, or better for you financially, or you have that kind of goal in mind. You're kind of focused on creating a better home for yourself, or having a higher paying job, or cultivating what you want to cultivate in the physical world, and mastering your control and your ability to cultivate this in reality. The King of Pentacles. Now, this could also be somebody like that you're dealing with, or that's influencing you or inspiring you. But whatever way you look at it, there's some kind of focus on improving your physical circumstances, and that's definitely kind of what you're working with right now, and the energy you're attracting right now, and that is actually manifesting further in the near future, because we have the Three of Pentacles in the near future. So now things are actually growing. Things are actually manifesting to the point where they can stand on their own. You've created a secure foundation, and this can be built upon. Whatever this dream is, or this goal is, or whatever is kind of coming together in your world, it's actually a firm foundation. It's a real foundation. It's a strong foundation, and you can continue working on this and building this and cultivating this and developing this further. Often this can also mean getting together with fated like events or people, more so people, like the right people cross your paths, or you might be working with people, and there's a reason that this is in your life. Like if this is about you getting a job that you wanted, or a relationship that you wanted, there's a reason that this is like a meant to be thing. This is like, you're in this position for a reason, that person's in the position for a reason, you each bring different things that you're meant to bring to create this joint thing. Okay, so this is an indication that things are really starting to manifest in your world, starting to develop materially and resources. There's more security here. So you should be seeing whatever kind of goal or whatever you're working on bringing into the physical reality, the momentum is here, and I feel like you're doing and in the right position and focusing on the right things to enable this to really solidify and come into your experience in a more structured way. Now, for some of you, you know, you might be kind of, like I said before, not really trusting these changes, or you might be kind of skeptical or fearful of these changes. So, you know, when the justice energy comes in and the judgment energy comes in, both of those energies, and if you're curious, look up and if you want to research the difference between justice and judgment, because they are very, very similar, but they're different. So when these energies come together, it's like a double whammy that the writing is on the wall. There's no more ability to deny the reality anymore. There's no more ability to delude yourself or, you know, keep our heads in the clouds. It is, we see what has come. We see what this all has led to. We see what we're left with. We see what our options are moving forward, and we see that reality crystal clear, black and white. There's no more bullshitting. There's no more confusion left to be had. It's here, and there's really nothing that we can do about it but kind of accept it and move forward. Now, I love this energy because it's about moving forward. You're not going to have to deal with the same stuff that you were dealing with before. It's a fresh start, and it's fated. It's where you're meant to be and where you're meant to go. But I know that's scary sometimes, because when we can't, especially with the Eight of Wands here, we can't really see what's materializing yet. In some aspects, and it can feel like this anxious, exciting energy, like I feel something coming, I know things are changing, but I don't really know what it is, and I don't know if I believe it, and I don't know, and you know, that exciting anxiety kind of feeling, like, oh, I just like that tension, but it's this is a positive energy. So, but because of all that intensity and not really seeing, even though we do see the new world and like what's created, there's something more. There's something more on its way, and that's the part that might make you feel a little bit afraid. Now, we do have the Eight of Swords here. This came out on the bottom of the deck. So this is like a general energy for the whole spread. So for some of you guys, you could be trapped in fearful thoughts. You could be trapped in a limiting mindset that is telling you, you know, don't do that, you'll get hurt. But what if this happens? That's bad. Well, you don't really have the freedom to do that. Or, you know what? Which direction do you, what are you going to do? Anything might hurt you, or you might end up worse. Like, this is just where your fear takes over, and it inhibits us, and it prevents us from engaging with life and actually being able to experience what we want, because we're so afraid that we stay stuck in this reality where we think we're going to get hurt. We think it's bad for us, and that's just an illusion. That is just our thoughts coming from our perspective and our mind based on fear. So the whole message behind this energy is you can step out of that dynamic and belief system anytime you want. That the reality, the fear of this reality that you're worried about is far greater and far more damaging than the actual reality of you moving forward or doing what you want or engaging or making a choice. So this is when we get paralyzed and we get trapped. You know, it's like the person who's agoraphobic and they're afraid of, I don't know, getting kidnapped on the street or catching a disease or whatever it is, or just general anxiety that they do not want to leave their house. So now they're trapped in their own home, and you know, they can't enjoy all these aspects about life because they're afraid of the negative parts of life, right? So we don't want that to happen. We don't want to trap ourselves and make our fearful thoughts turn into kind of like a phobia and a control thing. You know, we have control over our thoughts. Our thoughts can have control over us, but they shouldn't, because we're the one in charge. We're the one in charge. We're the ones in control. This is our life, our creation. So you have to put your thoughts in their place and be like, F you, like F you fear. Take a big, you know, so if you are afraid, it's probably because you have a lot of subconscious memories about things don't work out, I'm stuck, I'm limited, this always happens to me, or just remembering kind of like the long-term, or, you know, past, however far back that goes for you, of this not really being a fun thing, fun experience, but that's all changing. That is all shifting. And again, you are bringing in these amazing energies into your reality where you are actually manifesting. You know, you are moving forward materially, physically, and also, hold on, just drop that, and also spiritually. You know, the Judgment card in your environment. There's some huge epiphany, aha, awakening. Now I see it. It's all clear. I see where to go. I see where I've been. I understand how to move forward. And this is closure. That's probably the biggest thing with these two cards. This is closure with a capital C. And I feel like that's the theme for a lot of us with this Pisces full moon. It's like closure that goes back a long time. Like all these things that have colored our lives, it's like we don't have to deal with them anymore. It's like a trippy thing, and that can make us sometimes fearful, right? Because it's like, whoa, unknown territory, but this is a good thing. Trust it. Yes, this is good. Okay, I'm going to move on to the outcome. So, This pretty much sums up exactly what we were just talking about. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, things moving forward, it's fate, it's time for a new cycle, it's time for a new phase. You don't have to do a thing. Everything is moving forward and where it should be and where it's meant to go. This is you turning a corner. So whatever kind of experience you've had in general lately or however long, it's moving forward. It's getting to the next phase and it's going to change. That energy is going to change and it's meant to be. It's fated. You can't avoid this energy, okay, in the outcome, the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Now, here's the other part. This is what we can control. This is from our perspective. So we've got the Two of Swords. So for some of you, you might be feeling that fear and just kind of remaining stuck. I don't know what to do. I don't know what this means. I don't know how to move forward. I don't know what option to choose. I don't think I really want to admit this. I kind of want to stay in denial. I don't know if I want to admit this new reality is here. So this is a little bit of just like, you know, being at a stalemate and not really wanting to see the truth and kind of just not knowing how to move forward mentally, so you just remain stuck. And again, that's in our control, so we can control that energy. This is not set in stone, so, you know, we can heighten that or lessen that as much as we choose to, you know. Next energy, again, stuck. Four of Pentacles. So this is for those of you who are holding on to the world that they had and you don't really want to let go. You don't want to trust, you know, or maybe you do want to trust, but it's hard for you to trust, you know, the universe and God and how everything is connected and ultimately works together in harmony. There's like an aspect of, no, I want it this way. No, I believe this. No, I want it to happen this, and this way. I want this, and this, XYZ. There's a little bit of stagnant, stuck energy because you're not trusting and letting go. Now the thing is, when we do this, we don't allow all of the amazing gifts that God has for us and the universe and its supreme, divinely, infinite intelligence to deliver to us. We think that we know better, even though we know we don't, but we're in that phase of like not trusting and thinking that, no, I know exactly what I need in my life. I know exactly what this looks like. I know exactly what this should be. And we're preventing ourselves from really accepting more. I mean, look at him. He can't hold any more pentacles. So he's stuck with four. That's all he's going to ever get, those four, you know? So this is about working on, if this resonates with you, you know, accepting, allowing, and just trusting and releasing, shedding that burden from yourself where, you know, you have to keep tabs on everything or direct things in a certain way. Or this is fated energy coming in for you guys. Everything is great. Everything is moving forward according to plan. So this is release, resolution, closure, forward movement, and fate. And this Wheel of Fortune energy is happening whether we like it or not. And so we can't mess it up, but what we can do is we can suppress that experience of moving forward and really receiving all those gifts because we are choosing to remain in ignorance and denial and control and distrust. So we don't want to block that energy. because the Wheel of Fortune's taking you where you're meant to go, and that's ultimately where you want to go on a higher level. But it's like our little ego brains are trying to think that we know better and how everything is connected. We don't know shit, right? Okay, so then the last energy we have is the Knight of Swords. This is things changing. This is the status quo changing. So either you have a new idea, a new insight, a new inspiration, something comes in and is introduced that totally changes your view and changes your status quo of your world, or it's some kind of external circumstance that rushes in. Again, I feel like this is part of the energy moving forward. The status quo is getting disrupted, and that's a good thing. It's shifting the energy. I don't even think I do need a clarity card actually on any of this. I thought I did at first, but that makes perfect sense. All right, we're going to get a card from the Archangel Michael deck just for some verification and further guidance. I'm just going to kind of ask, what does Aquarius need to know, need to be reminded of? What's Aquarius's guidance mid-September through mid-October? Spend more time outdoors. So this can really help get out of our own minds, get out of our own head, feel the energy literally of the earth, of the universe, and kind of allow that to rub off on us and center us and ground us. That's going to be helpful. All right, let me get another one. Aquarius, what does Aquarius need to know? What would be helpful? Oh, hold on. God is in charge. Bam! God is in charge, and thank God God is in charge. When you really think about it and break it down like that, thank God I don't want to be in charge. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like we don't know everything. We don't. If we tried to design and control our entire life, do you think about would you rather that or the infinite, all-knowing, all-loving, supremely, divinely intelligent, wise energy of the universe? You know, I'm going with that. So God is in charge. This says, dear God, please help me let go of this situation. Let it go. Giving it in faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to help and heal everything and everyone involved. So this is so good for you. Trust everything is completely where it's meant to be, and you are moving forward. This is a big shift for you, and you will see, you know, remember, this represents you or what you will experience in the near future, the energy you're attracting, what you're manifesting, and then this is the near future, what will manifest. So there are gifts on their way to you. There are changes in physical reality that are beneficial, that are moving you forward, as well as this huge spiritual energy of closure, resolution, release, and fated forward movement. Oh, so that's awesome. I'm really happy for you, Aquarius. If this resonated with you, let me know. Leave your comments below. I love hearing your comments, and, you know, if you want a private reading and want to look in depth about your situation, I offer half-hour readings. I offer hour readings, in depth, multiple decks, multiple spreads. I try to get as much information to you as possible, and they are received within a week. So if you're interested, you can book below, and that'll, you know, get you in the front of the line, or you can email me if you have questions and want to talk it through. That's fine too. Tara@tarastarot.com. I hope you guys have a great next few weeks, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye guys.